Alright, so today we're heading up Chapel Street in Prahran to check out Pets Wonderland. It's a fish store that I've actually been planning on going for a while, and basically this is located in Melbourne, Victoria, which is in Australia. So basically we're just going to take a tour of this fish store. It's a mix of all pets really, but they do have half the whole store dedicated to fish, which is awesome. I guess we're just going to take a look, see what they have to offer, and figure out if it's worth going to or not. Alright, so we're just out the front, and if you look into the front windows, you can see they've displayed everything pretty nicely actually. If you take a look right on the left, we've got this beautiful display tank when you walk right in. All sorts of different rhizome plants and some occasional stem plants. You can see we've got a mixture of tetras in this tank, specifically serpe tetras, amber tetras, and lemon tetras, and then we've also got some silver sharks or bala sharks. And there was probably a couple other species in the tank like bristlenose. There's Ollie, my friend. And if you come here right on the other side of the front window, you can see we've got this beautiful goldfish tank. It's pretty simple, but the goldfish are really nice to watch. It's very mesmerizing, and the fountain creates a cool effect with the sea dragon sculpture. And then you can see we've got all sorts of different bowls and setups, like mini setups for those beginners. Although I do recommend bigger tanks for beginners. Bit pricey, but definitely lucky to have some good quality stuff at this fish store. Okay, so looking at a couple of display tanks, first off here we have this nice contrasting tank with some neon tetras, and then you've got some java fern there, and then you've got a really beautiful betta. And then if we move across, we've got this bowl that has a goldfish in it, but lots of aeration, and it's probably filtered nicely. It's also got some java fern and another stem plant, don't know the name of. Moving next door, we have this nice little tank with a bunch of amber tetras, and you've got some crypt, anubias, and maybe rotala. Not sure what that plant is. Alright, now let's take a look at this little circle of tanks, which is really cool. First off, we have this simple aquarium with just some goldfish and some black widow tetras or black skirt tetras. This nice piece of wood looks really cool in the tank. Next door, we got a batch of Crebensis. So many. Cut a white tip tetra there, but looks like someone brought in a batch of their Crebensis fry, and so they put them in here. Next door to that, we got a bunch of jewel cichlers, probably another batch of fry they got recently, and you can see we also got some other cichlers in there, but that was pretty basic. Then this tank was beautiful, planted aquarium, couple of different live plants, stem plants mainly. And then we had a mix of fish. We got lots of danios, buenos, air tetras, penguin tetras, Siamese algae eaters, just you name it, a lot of different types of small schooling fish. Before we take a look at the fish they had for sale, let's take a look at the aquarium accessories and necessities they had there. They had a pretty nice selection of stones like dragonstone, lava rock. They also had a really great array of custom tanks and do-it-yourself tanks. Here they had the more mechanical side of equipment like filters, air pumps, and they even had some lights and a bunch of different chemicals that are used a lot in the aquarium hobby. Here they had a great array of aquarium essentials like water chemicals, substrates like gravel and sand, and they even had pebbles. They also had a great range of fish food here too. They had a mix of natural hardscapes to your more expensive fancy sort of ornaments for your decorative tank. Here they had spare filter media, heaters, nets, gravel vacuums, all those sort of things. Hey, now let's take a look at some of the fish. Alright, so let's start with the cold water fish section, mainly goldfish. We're just going to take a quick flick through the goldfish. Now, I'm not great remembering many of the fancy varieties, but we've got some Shabunkin goldfish here. We've got some red caparandas and more comet tail. We've also got some more Shabunkins over here, and in the tank next door, a few more fancy goldfish. A few different types, two different colorations and patternings to choose from. Two big sort of fancy goldfish. Cruising as well in the goldfish section, we have a bunch of normal white cloud mountain minnows, a tank full of black widow tetras and zebra danios. And then we actually had some pretty unique fish here that are hard to find. Murray River rainbow fish, I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now that we've ticked off the cold water fish, let's take a look at the tropical fish they had in store for us today. Okay, to kick it off, I was in love with these red flame Epistogramma Cacatois, super sick, and a fish I've actually been wanting to keep for a while. Next up, we had some Ember Tetras, super healthy looking, as well as some Bloodfin Tetras. Then we had your powder blue Dwarf Gouramis, great staple in the hobby. And then we had some Dwarf Rasboras of some kind. Next to that, we had some Cardinal Tetras, nice big healthy group. And then we had some nice looking Angelfish here too, different types to choose from, along with a mix of Congo Tetras and Kissing Gouramis. Then we had a Gourami with some sort of bizarre name as well. Some Rainbow Sharks here and some Cherry Barbs, and then we've got a mix of Gouramis here, more of your bigger Gouramis, which is sick. There's always been something about Phantom Glass Catfish that I've loved. We've also got some Black Neon Tetras here, along with some Yo-Yo Loaches, which was really cool. They had a whole different range of live bearers here, ranging from guppies to platies to swordtails to mollies, all sorts of different cool live bearers to choose from, many different color variations, and some really healthy ones too. Then we also had a bunch of discus here, only a couple though, and you can see they looked awesome. We also had a little yabby or crayfish in here. A couple of them, don't know exactly what type they are. Some silver dollars and some sort of bigger barb that you'd probably put in your monster tank with these fellas. What was super cool was their golden rams they had there. They looked super healthy, super cute, and I didn't really want to keep one in the future. You can see they're all hanging out in their little spots. We've also got some Crebensis here, some juveniles by the looks of it. Super small, and then above that we had some electric yellow cichlids, and you know I've kept them and I've had a pass with them before. And then next door we had some balloon ram cichlids, super cool. Never really seen them in fish stores around here much before, so I love seeing them. And then we've got some Bolivian ram cichlids. They look sick, super cute fish. But there was probably a bunch more different types they had there, but those were just a rough count. Here's all the different live plants they also had to sell here. They even had some moss balls, which was really cool. Never seen them in the fish stores straight off the bat before. And they had a range of your foreground plants to mid-ground stem plants, rhizome plants, and all sorts of different things. So you definitely had a good choice to choose from. I mean, it wasn't the best variety, but I mean, there were some great plants to start off with, especially for beginners. Alright, the question is, should you go here? Now, they didn't have the biggest variety of fish here, but I mean, they still had some really great unique ones that definitely topped it off. So every time you'll come, they'll probably have a little surprise in for you. They also had some cool plants, and there was one plant that I really liked that I couldn't find around here, but I actually found it there. Other than that though, I reckon it's just fun to have a visit. If you're interested in checking out different fish stores here in Australia, give Pets Wonderland a try. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. I'll see you all in the next video.